Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening is scheduled for three-minute rounds in the Caged Aggression Women's Amateur Strawweight Division, powered by Baldwin Builders. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. She stands 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighed in at 113 pounds. She trains at Resurgence MMA and Wanderley Jiu-Jitsu. Joining us from Kale, Wisconsin, Jena Williams. And her opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. She stands 5 feet 4 inches tall and weighed in at 115 pounds. She trains at Ironworks Training Center and is sponsored by Pursuit Personal Training, Angry Elf Farms for all your CBD needs, Bella Botanicals, Natural Skincare, Murphy's Farm and Axle, The Likely Spot Bar, Hunter's Last Chance Bar, and Advertising Solutions. Joining us from Bangor, Wisconsin, Olivia Beeskau.
Here we go, getting to see the ladies get down. Champ, what would you say, with Jena absolutely having the height advantage, what would you have the best advice for her to implement her offense?
Utilize that range from a distance. Make sure you don't take too big of a step in and see how this is going to be close, right?
Ready?
Keep that range game going, and then when you get to the ground, you've got big, long limbs. Open up the guard and start to use them.
Here we go, touching up in the middle of the cage. Jena with the takedown. I'm sorry, Olivia with the takedown, which is probably going to be her best move. Getting her to the ground.
Already she does a great job of passing the guard on the way down, looking to make sure, just got to make sure she doesn't try to step over that mount too soon. Nothing wrong with controlling the half and staying right there and spladling out a little bit, flatten her out, and controlling the position before trying to jump right in her, but a good takedown right off the bat.
Well, with Jena Williams training at Wanderley BJJ, it doesn't, she definitely can do some work on the ground as well, so look out for that.
And Olivia working into kind of a half guard here, looking to step over, which she does, but not quite into side mount position. Still one leg trapped.
Kind of intertwined there.
So you're doing a really good job. They're both in that side position, kind of jockeying for the balance, jockeying for balance, and really doing a good, like I said, you got to make sure you don't try to go in too deep right off the bat for a submission, because that was all about a position battle right there. Really good job.
And Olivia now in the guard of Jena.
Goes for the arm.
Definitely going for that arm.
Gets out of it.
Yep.
And then Olivia back into guard. Goes to side control. Looks to step
Phenomenal
over and
pass
does.
with a knee slide,
big
right into
strike.
the ground and pound.
Big
really
right
good
hand,
job.
piecing her up on the ground. Olivia dropping them hands. Yes, unanswered so far from Jena.
Jena's still looking to push her away. Doing a good
Going for
job.
that leg, knee bar, heel hook right here.
See, Jena did a good job. She had to sacrifice the punches to make up for she had to get the guard back. She had to push on that thigh, and that's one of those things. You get pushed in that situation where you got to take a few punches. Now she's rolling for this knee bar.
And it looks like she's might
doing
have
a good
that knee
job
bar.
of trying to get this knee bar. Maybe could turn into a foot lock if it's there, but I'm thinking, again, these two battling for position. Amazing job, both of them, the way that they're sitting there transitioning.
Oh, went for an arm bar there.
Good job on the defense.
Nice defense from Jena.
Wow, what we're witnessing right now with these two.
Incredible transitions,
masterpiece.
without a doubt.
And
40 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if Jena can get that arm bar.
She's definitely trying.
Looks like she had to give up on it there. Wow, the scrambles here, the transitions. These girls got game.
And now Jena on top.
Sprawl that leg out a little bit, but the power.
Nice trip, getting her back down on the ground without a doubt.
I'll be able to pick that up and get her down. Great job, both. Wow, position. I love how neither one, they're not over-committing for any one submission, but again, battling, I can't say it enough, the position these two are battling for, back and forth. This is incredible back and
Looking
forth.
for that arm again.
Body chest, body chest.
And one thing you almost never see is one submission countered with another.
Yeah, I mean, the way that they were transitioning, and one thing is they were never cool with just sitting in the guard or just being in the guard. It was constantly passing,
Absolutely.
moving off to the side. Really good job, both fighters.
Very impressive first round for both fighters. How was our poll looking, Mr. Bermas?
We got Jena at 52 and change, Olivia at 47 and change, so almost down the middle. And what I'm going to ask is, who won that round. You know, I'd have to say it was Olivia just for the strikes here, for that dominance. But really, you could almost argue either way.
Yeah, it depends on what the judges are looking at.
So many scrambles. I mean, you look at these transitions that we're watching right there, that slick mount. These are those strikes that I was talking about. But again, they were short-lived. She got 3 or 4 clean ones in.
Yeah, yeah.
And then she was able to go for that leg, turn it into a knee bar attempt.
It's one of those things. What's the judges looking at?
Well, and that's it. You have to, like I said, who won that round? We did, because the transitioning back and forth was a lot of fun to watch.
And there's that arm bar attempt, which was completely slick, and then the defense on it almost as commendable. Ready for round 2.
Both gals still seem gassed up. Nobody looks too fatigued after all those scrambles, man. Low leg kick from Olivia. Trying to go for that takedown once again. She found success in that first round. There she goes, back on the ground.
Really powerful the way she shoots in like that. Jena can't be too aggressive coming forward, but now again, here we go with the mount. She's got to make that choice. Hold on to that arm, and when she postures up, there you go. Try to shrimp in, get your guard back. Like I said, you got to give up a couple of punches because your hands are down there, pushing on the hips, trying to get your guard back.
Jena trying to make her way up again, and then another transition to the other side by Olivia, takes her down.
Back down on the ground.
Not quite side control yet, kind of pressed up against the cage.
Jena doing a good job of keeping those legs tangled up.
She's about to step over again, which she does.
One more time, this time with the fence to help her so she can pump up and start striking, giving Jena one way of getting out of here. Again, right there, got to get that guard back, but she's not sitting up this time, worried about punching, maybe going for an arm over, controlling the position and keeping that for a longer time. There you go now.
And landing big strikes right now.
Pop shots on the punches and make sure you keep that position. Really make a choice for the judges to steal this round. Take this round, sorry, not steal it.
Well, yeah, she's definitely pointing up with those strikes on top, but Jena is definitely resilient with her ground game here.
Yep, looking for a little bit of a heel at one point, but again, Olivia's holding the positions, which I can't state enough how important that is, keeping that position, not sitting up and overthrowing your punches and making it easier for her to move out from underneath the bottom. Controlling and holding this position, knee back into the mount. Really good job by both, like I said, not just sitting there and absorbing shots, but constantly trying to move, constantly trying to get the guard back, constantly trying to pass the guard.
Absolutely.
Really good fight right here.
Both fighters doing a great job attempting to advance position. You got Olivia still on top, pounding away at the rib cage here of Jena.
Trying to turn around and then another step over, but that cage is going to stop. And right here, Jena's trying to push off the cage to scoot out of there, but what do you think? Is she going to be able to do that, Jens?
I don't know, because Olivia's doing a really good job of just being really heavy and holding the position. Like, she'll get up and move really quick, move fast, and then boom, hunker down like a wrestler, and all of a sudden become 225 pounds and hold it and make it really tough, you know. But again, Jena's doing a great job of tying up those legs and constantly moving in, trying to get half guard, getting full guard, and trying to get out. She's doing a great job. It's a really good fight, these two.
Well, at the same time, like you said, taking a lot of shots from Olivia. She's tried to advance position. We'll see once again if it goes to the judges, if those will be.
There she goes. On top.
And there she goes, getting some strikes in.
Getting the back of Olivia, trying to get the back. Whoa!
She wants like she go off that
slipped off.
Armbar, or maybe slip off. Oh, just a little bit of time, but again, did she do enough at the end to steal that round? I don't think so.
Close.
But you can tell at least the direction that she's going. These two, I'm going to keep saying it, this is a great fight back and forth.
It is.
And it almost looked like at the end there she was going for some type of crucifix position. Didn't quite have the time to drag her to the ground. I think she does need a finish. I think Jena's going to need a finish. I think Olivia's up 2-0. I could be wrong.
Has our poll numbers changed as the fight has advanced?
Still almost dead even with Jena just edging it out, but I'd have to say the judges' scorecards are probably a bit different. We're watching some of the action on the replay, and you're seeing some body work there by Olivia and some of these awkward ground transitions. Again, Olivia, on top of her, but not in a mounted position, with her back to the cage, scrambling around.
She's doing a really good job of holding the position she's getting stuck in. Because of Jena's scrambling and creating scrambles, she's striking in the right, strike, hold, strike, move. She's doing a really good job of holding these awkward positions.
When Olivia's done a good job, like you said, Champ, of staying heavy, not letting her really breathe so much to be able to implement her own ground offense.
Yeah, Jena's got to utilize a good, strong jab. Maybe, you know, keep that range. Don't let her get inside.
Nice shot to the midsection from Olivia. Going for that takedown again. She's finding success with those takedowns.
And that's really the problem. She doesn't have much of a sprawl.
No, not a lot of takedown
sprawl, looking sprawl a lot. Change the level just a little bit. Kick those legs back as hard as you can. And sometimes, you know, they're too apt to jump down for that guillotine. And then what happens when the guillotine doesn't land? Now you've got, again, you have Olivia coming out to the side, sitting on one leg and taking the position.
Jena still very active from the bottom. Maybe looking
Absolutely.
for a triangle going into control position.
Little rubber guard going.
Little rubber guard with the arm in.
There she goes.
Getting some shots
Get
from
some
the
points
bottom.
down while you're down there, Jena.
She's got about 2 minutes to get the finish, in my opinion, or this is going to go the other way.
You think Jena needs a finish right here?
I would say she probably needs a finish. Again, Olivia's been very, very dominant in staying on top, getting the strikes in when you can. You know, right now, Jena doing a good job of locking up that right leg, but at some point she's going to get out. Some point she's going to pass. Whether she's in side control or full mount, it'll be there.
Got a key lock or Kimura going there.
Oh, she goes. She's going to take it all the way back behind with the power. Nice job.
Lost it there. Looks like, yeah.
Losing the balance. She's actually trying to go that way, which is kind of weird. Again, standing up and pulling it towards you and then cranking behind the back. But, you know, again, the way that Olivia is moving around and just controlling the position. And see what I'm saying? She's not too apt about throwing punches all the time and getting herself, holding the position, throwing a couple little pot shots here and there, but position dominant. I'm loving it.
Sticking to her like glue.
Yep. And she did a really good job of putting her knee on Jena's right arm as she made that transition to step over for full mount right now. About a minute left, full mount riding her. This is about the most dominant full mount she's had from the center of the cage. Jena not going to have as much room to push off of and get her leverage.
Here comes another one.
Triangle
going to the triangle. A la since Khabib did it to Gaethje. Everybody just spinning these off. I love it. Kind of a different way of getting it right here.
She got that arm over.
Taking it across.
Yep, she transitioned to a triangle arm bar. Jena trying to push her back with her leg. Not being that successful. Trying to extend that arm right now. Tough to see if she's going to get it.
This round here, I think, is going to be the difference maker for Olivia, or for this fight, favoring Olivia.
Again,
pop up right there. Now you've got the mount. You can start to strike right there a little bit.
She's trying for a mounted triangle. Doesn't look like she quite has the position. Jena has her head turned in the right position.
10 seconds left. Great effort, great fight from these ladies.
There it is, the triangle position. I don't think she's got the time.
Wow, incredible time.
Oh, wow, these two. I mean, the grit of Jena to be able to stay in there, and again, the taller fighter, but constantly battling out of every one of these situations. Olivia putting her in constantly bad situations, but wow, she looked impressive, very strong, very powerful, but Jena kept battling out of it, you know what I mean? Because you're never really out of it until the fight is over. You're always just one punch, one move away to getting that submission. And that's the one, very game what you've been trying to do.
Without a doubt, the scrambles, the transitions, these girls were going at it tonight.
And we're going to soon make it official on the judges' cards, but I got to believe Olivia edged that one out.
I do believe you are correct, Mr. Bermas. We shall share. Yeah, that was exciting, man. That was definitely. I could see some fight of the night there. Well, it depends. We still have a lot of green left on the matchup tonight, but that was a good fight.
Just so awesome to see high-level groundwork, especially from the women.
Yeah.
You know, there's something that wasn't around 20 years ago in MMA, and something that you've seen develop a lot over the last 10 years. First really adopted big time by larger organizations like Strikeforce and then Bellator, and then, of course, the UFC. But you're seeing high-level jiu-jitsu and ground game in organizations like Caged Aggression now, and these women are top tier.
Yeah, especially for they're just getting started. And the way, that fight right there, the back and forth, the transitions, all of it, it was a lot of fun to watch. And it was a great fight.
That's that body chest, man. I mean, it was really cool.
I like that body chest. I like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to your judges' scorecard for our decision. All three judges scored this contest 30-27, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Olivia Beeskau. Beeskau.
Ladies brought their A game tonight.
All right, come on over here, Olivia. All right, we're here with your winner in her promotional debut, Olivia Beeskau. Olivia, first of all, congratulations on such a tough fight. You ladies came out and certainly made your case for fight of the night early on. Talk to us a little bit about that fight, some of those moments, because there was a lot of back and forth and a lot of really nice looking scrambles. Some of those submissions looked pretty tight.
Yeah, you know, I want to give my opponent like the biggest shout out ever, because it's hard to find fights right now for female MMA in the lighter divisions, and she knew what she was up against, and she obviously saw something that she could beat, and she came out here and freaking worked me. I was very impressed. I'm proud of her. I was a little more rigid than I'd like to be, wasn't feeling it as much on my feet, and I've been really working there. Got things to improve on, but we got the job done tonight.
Now, how much of a problem was the difference in height for you tonight?
You know, I'm a little person, so I'm used to all my opponents and most of my teammates all being bigger than me. So it was a factor that, you know, you had to think about it, but that's the fun part about this game is no opponent's going to be the exact same. You're going to have problems to solve. I didn't feel like her height was too much of an issue because I could tell I was more strong and powerful, even though she's pretty tough for as tall as she is.
Well, I heard you mentioning that you guys represented and put it down for Wisconsin MMA. What else do you want to let the crowd know before we let you get to the celebration?
You know, this sport is one of the best things that's ever happened to me in my life. It's brought so many awesome people into my life on this journey. I have a lot of family and friends supporting me here now and out watching on pay-per-view. And I just love the support I get. I love the support I give back. I think we're an awesome combination with these people in my corner. I can go anywhere. So I'm hoping to make my pro debut coming up sometime before the end of this year. And time to start scrapping for real, man.
Well, we're definitely looking forward to seeing where the path takes you. Let's hear it one more time for your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Olivia Beeskau.